Duke happen to say, who he was in love with?
No, he wouldn't tell me. Frankly, though, I was relieved it wasn't one of you girls.
Did he say anything about this girl?
No, he didn't. Why are you so suddenly interested in Duke's love life?
I just don't want to see him get his heart broken again. Or break someone else's heart.
Hey, honey.
Hey.
Sorry I'm late.
You know, I think that you should apologize to Renee, not me, because, you know, she had all this amazing food made up so that we could decide on the menu for our wedding reception, and now it's probably just all cold and ruined.
Yeah, well, you know, we've eaten here a zillion times. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
But that doesn't matter. We still have decisions. Michael, we have decisions to make, you know, fish or chicken and a rice pilaf or couscous. And what about the vegetarians? No, nobody ever thinks about them.
We won't forget the vegetarians, okay? Let's get this going, okay? Bring it on.
All right, why were you late?
The Scarborough Award is today.
No.
I had to drop my suit off at the cleaner.
No. Today we have to go see that band.
Well, that band is gonna have to wait.
Michael, it took us 2 weeks to even coordinate our schedules. I mean, if you want to book them for the wedding, we got to do it soon.
Marcy, we can't book a band for the wedding when we don't even have a wedding date, okay? Now listen, I was thinking maybe we could use your friend, the DJ, you know?
So now you wanna have the DJ. You begged me to consider this band, Michael. If we want to book them, we have to do it today. Today is the only day that we can see them.
I can't, Marcy. The Scarborough Prize is one of the biggest awards in medicine. The entire hospital is gonna be there. I'm Dr. Truman's fellow. I have to show up.
So that's more important to you than our wedding.
No, Marcy, it's not more important, okay? It's just that it's today. Our wedding is a long way off. Now, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing for Dr. Truman. The guy has been very good to me, Marcy. I would like to show up and see him honored.
Great man. To be receiving an award in his name, I'm truly honored and humbled.
You've earned it, Doctor. There's no doubt in my mind my father would be proud. And if you can spare the time, I'd very much appreciate having a look around the hospital. If you plan to continue your research here.
Absolutely. I've become attached to Landview. As a matter of fact, I have no intention of leaving. I'll show you the rest of the facility.
The night Margaret died.
I don't know where Todd is. But he's back in Landview, isn't he? You've seen him? If you knew Todd was in town, would you turn him in? Is he all right? How could he be all right, Blair? If they catch him, they're gonna send him back to death row.
If he doesn't get himself killed in the first place.
I'm gonna prove that he was framed for Margaret's murder.
You know, a lot of people hate Todd, but who would go so far as to kill a woman and their child just to get Todd out of the way?
Spencer Truman, perhaps? What? Todd believes that Spencer set him up.
Do you? Do you believe Spencer is a cold-blooded killer?
Obvious who did this to you. It was Giovanni.
Your agent?
Don't you remember the advice he gave me? Lose the boyfriend?
He just wanted to make sure you didn't show up to a shoot with puffy eyes and a hangover. That's a long way from shooting me full of heroin.
You're the one that said the modeling world is full of drugs. Giovanni had the access and plenty of money. He knew where we were staying. He could have planted that stuff before we got back last night.
Wait, it's morning already. I lost the whole night?
Rex, you could have lost a lot more than that. Doctor said if you had overdosed, you could have ended up in a coma or brain damaged. You could have died, Rex. And if the drugs didn't hurt you, the needle could have had AIDS or hepatitis. No, it tested clean. You're fine.
You were here all night?
I wasn't gonna leave you.
What about the benefit? I costed your modeling career, didn't I?
That's not important. What's important right now is we get you on your feet and find out who did this to you.
You know, I can't do this. I can't lie to you anymore.
Lie to me about what?
Nobody did this to me, Adriana. Those drugs were mine. So is the needle. So if you were smart, you'd get the hell out of here before I take you down with me.
Great. Thanks for the help. I think we're done here. Did the officers in Lantana Heights call in yet?
No, not yet.
The Heights, that's where Evangeline lives. She's looking for something to keep her locked up.
McBain, there's a killer out there. I'm just trying to find him before someone else gets hurt.
Someone besides Evangeline?
Here's the map that you wanted. It's the area around the warehouse where you picked her up.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're gonna have to let her go. She knows the law. She's not gonna give you anything to use, even if she does know something.
Probably not, which is why I authorized a visit from someone who she thinks is sympathetic to Todd. Blair Kramer.
I don't know what Spencer's involvement is, but Todd believes he's the one who framed him.
And you believe Todd?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I understand that.
What do you understand?
I understand that Todd is a convincing liar. I mean, look at me. He's broken my heart time after time. And every single time, he's lied his way right back into it. But he's told one too many lies.
What if this time he's telling the truth?
Todd will say or do anything to save his own skin, Evangeline. And if you hadn't noticed, he's insanely jealous of Spencer Truman.
Well, you know, there are a lot of people that don't like Spencer.
He's a renowned surgeon. He saves lives. He doesn't take them.
Maybe he's in love with you. Todd does extreme things for love. What about Spencer, you know? That does seem to be your type.
Well, I'm so glad you're an expert on me. But I'll have you know that Spencer and I are just friends. And he's not a killer.
You seem pretty sure of that.
Don't look for evidence to exonerate Todd. It doesn't exist.
Thought I had scheduled for surgery. But did it take place? Whatever's in here must be pretty secret, Spence.
Kelly, I know when you're hiding something from me. What is that louse doing now? Is Kevin cheating on you?
No, it's not Kevin.
Where's the bartender?
Roxy.
Hey, could you get us your best bottle of wine? You know, the best that you got. Something with a cork in it.
Oh, I'll see what I can do.
Good.
Over here.
Baby, I am hungry.
You know. Thank you.
Thanks.
You should try hanging on to some of that money.
Oh, honey, let's live it up. That bet that I placed on Christian, that paid off big time. You know, I was thinking, he ought to have a handle like the Italian stallion. What do you think of the Puerto Rican beacon? Oh, come on, honey, you know it turns you on. You know, when he tried to punch that guy's lights out.
Yeah, it was a real rush because my heart stopped every time that guy got shot in.
Yeah, well, you don't want anyone to hurt his pretty little face. You two getting cozier?
Let's just say that we agreed to disagree. There's no reason to be hostile.
And what about Johnny? You two any hotter?
Things have thawed out a little.
Yeah, so what horse do you want me to put my money on?
Roxy, my life is not, it's not a sport.
Well, it should be. Unpredictable, exciting. You got two guys hot to trot.
I'm not interested in John or Christian. Romantically, that is. Besides, it wouldn't matter anyway. They're both so wrapped up in Evangeline's problems right now, they don't even know I exist.
Well, if you're not interested, how come you're so damn jealous?
So what's going to happen if they prove Evangeline was helping Todd? She be disbarred. She could do time. If she thinks the guy's innocent, she's not going to give up. Look, you know she's going to be digging for evidence that Todd didn't kill this Margaret Cochran. She's going to need help. You should do something.
I can't do a lot until I get my badge back.
Yeah, well, that might be sooner than you think.
Todd has new information. Now he has a reason to believe Spencer's involved.
New? Wait a minute, you had no reason to see Todd since he denied his appeal. When did he tell you this? Oh, Evangeline, you just admitted to me that you've seen Todd since he escaped.
Well, Hugh, I assume you're here to release me.
Yes, I am, but we still have a few more minutes together if there's anything else you think I should know.
Actually, there's something that I need to tell you.
Those drugs were yours?
Yeah, I never wanted you to find out. I thought that I could change for you. But I didn't grow up in a convent with a bunch of nuns around me. You know, I've been hanging with the wrong crowd my whole life, and it's not easy to get away from that. Giovanni was right. I own a nightclub, for God's sakes. What do you think goes on when you're not there?
I don't believe you. If you were a drug addict, you wouldn't work for the police, you wouldn't be friends with Bo.
Yeah, well, like I said, I was trying to change, but you know what they say about old habits?
Habits like heroin.
Yeah, among other things.
Glad to see you're awake.
Yeah, whatever you did, thanks. Although I feel like I've been hit by a bus.
You were treated with gastric lavage and a narcotic antagonist. The test showed your body was not used to heroin. You're quite lucky as a first-time user.
Can I get out of here soon?
Get your clothes on and I'll sign your discharge papers.
First-time user?
Doctor doesn't have a clue.
Knew you were lying the second you opened your mouth.
All right, well, if it's not this, it's gonna be something. All right, next time it'll be something real from my past. The ghost of some crappy thing I did will come back to wreck us.
I think you need to have a little faith in yourself and in us.
Faith, huh? Look, the timing's all wrong on this, okay? You've got too much on the line right now. Your career's just getting started.
You know what? If the modeling thing is supposed to happen, it will. But not with a creep like Giovanni. As soon as we get out of here, we're calling the police and pressing charges.
We can't do that.
Why not?
Because we've got zero evidence that Giovanni did this. In fact, I think it was someone else.
Kelly, just a minute here. Are you cheating on Kevin?
No, of course not.
Kelly.
Dorian, I don't want to talk about this right now.
Oh, you seem very upset about something.
Kevin and I are fine. We're fine. I made sure of it.
Here, try this. What do you think?
It's good.
Better than the shrimp?
I don't know. I like them both.
Michael, please, could we just agree on something? Anything. Please just work with me here.
I just said I like them both. I don't see I could be any more agreeable.
Guys, I don't mean to butt in, but I have an idea. What if you were to use the menu that we're going to use for Dr. Truman's ceremony, as a guideline?
Wow, it's good enough for Dr. Truman. It's good enough for me.
Yeah, well then why don't you marry Dr. Truman?
I'm not jealous.
Baby, don't lie to your mama. You're so jealous you turned as green as this piece of lettuce.
People, I don't have any right to be. I don't know. I can't imagine picking up my life where I left off with Christian before I thought he died. And the same with John. I can't imagine picking up my life with him now that I know Chris is alive.
I think you're spitting nails about this Evangeline thing. And I also think you're telling yourself a big, fat, juicy lie about who or what you really want.
Internal Affairs just finished reviewing your case. They have decided that your actions during the transport of Todd Manning were professional and by the book.
Let me get this straight. IA busts me for shooting an armed robber, and then they pat me on the back for letting a convict escape.
The return of your badge and your status to full active duty is now solely contingent on the evaluation of the psychiatrist.
You. Excuse me, I'll see you. Yeah. What do I have to do?
I do have time if you would like to talk.
Okay.
Good. Let's talk about your father.
I thought with you guys it was all about the mother.
Tell me about the night your father died.
Hey, look, man, we've been over that.
No. Actually, all you've ever told me about your dad was he was a good man. He was a cop who died in the line of duty.
Not exactly. He was off duty. He was out of uniform.
Where were you when you heard?
Come on, move it now! Get the kid out of here, nurse!
Dad, I'm sorry. Please, let me.
Can I go in there?
John? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking this is crap.
And I'm thinking we are finally getting somewhere.
What is it that you wanted to tell me, Blair?
I just wanted to tell you that I'm going to take the kids away for a few days. I just don't want to be hanging around at the penthouse just in case Todd shows up.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, time's up, Hugh. I want my arraignment, and I want it now.
All right. I'll get the paperwork.
Thank you. Well, I know what it's like to be a fool for Todd.
Blair, you don't understand.
Oh, but you know what? I think I do. Better than anyone. I know what it's like to be sucked into Todd's web of lies. He gets you to believe him. Makes you think that he's the victim and you're the only one that can save him. Evangeline, if he comes to you, if he seeks you out and he wants you to help him run, you turn around and you run as fast as you can. Because caring about Todd Manning is a no-win situation.
Wait here, I'll get your personal fix.
It's good to see you free again.
Feels good.
So how was last night? Did you make it okay?
Longest night of my life. But you helped a lot.
Me?
Yeah, I was thinking about you. About all that time you spent at Statesville, and I figured one night was nothing compared to that. But I tell you, Christian, I never want to spend another night like that again in my life.
So what's gonna happen if Todd gets in touch with you? You gonna turn your back on him?
I know that this is difficult for you, but the things that are hardest to look at are always the things we have to look at most. Look, you wouldn't even be sitting here talking to me if you weren't desperate to get your badge back. Not just for yourself, but for your father.
You lost me.
Why did you become a cop? To fill in his shoes, to finish what he started, maybe? Tell me what happened when he died.
Dad, I'm sorry!
Sorry.
What are you sorry about, John?
I don't want to have feelings for John or Christian.
Well, maybe you don't want him, but baby, you got him.
Okay. Yeah, I do. But I've got them where they belong. Buried.
How come?
Because if I let myself feel, that means I have to choose.
Maybe it's the time to choose. Do you ever think about that? So who do you love more?
I don't know. I mean, I loved them both differently. And my relationships with them were in very different times in my life. You know, when I first met Christian, I was a selfish, backstabbing liar. And he made me into this good person, someone who deserved to be loved. And he was so open and gentle. That's why I loved him.
And Johnny?
John was the first man who ever completely got me. You know, he understood who I am, where I come from. Always let me be myself. Always had me guessing. I really don't think I could choose either one. I mean, that's why I keep them at arm's length. That way I won't have to.
Yeah, I think the problem that you got right now is that you don't know if you really want to eat lobster or steak. You know, you just don't know what you're hungry for. So you could be making 2 people happy instead of 3 people miserable.
This one is vanilla bean with raspberry filling and an almond icing.
I don't know what to say. I mean, they both look so great.
I'm so glad. All right, I'm going to leave this for you two to taste. Good luck.
Do you have an opinion about anything, Michael?
As a matter of fact, I do. It's just that every time I disagree with you, you get really upset.
I can't even get upset with you, Michael, because you're not being decisive.
Listen, I understand that it's really difficult to make these decisions, you know, to make all of these plans, especially without your mother.
I never knew my mother, Michael, okay? So I don't know what I'm missing. I don't have a mother, I don't have a sister, I don't even have my best friend anymore. And I can't exactly go to my brothers because they won't be much help with this.
Look, I know. And I don't want you to think that I don't care about all this stuff, okay? Because I do. I do care about all of this. But listen, I want to make the planning as easy as possible. So whatever you want, honey, that's fine with me. I'm not trying to be a pain here, okay? I'm really trying to make this as easy as possible. I'm really trying to help.
I'm sorry. I guess I'm just a little stressed out, you know?
I know. And it's okay.
Oh, that's me. It's a text message from the band. Michael, they're not going to be available for another couple of weeks, so, you know, we have to go see them today.
No. It's gonna have to wait.
I thought you were trying to help.
I am. But I need to go to Dr. Truman's ceremony.
Michael, he can get by without you for one day.
That's not the point.
Yes, that is the point.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
What do you want? What do you want from me?
Trust me and come on.
Perhaps when we have more time, I can show you the rest of the facility.
Thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing you this afternoon.
It's my pleasure, likewise. Hello.
Hi. I wasn't expecting to see you here. I'm here to pick up a prescription for Jack.
Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine. He gets ear infections, and before I head up to the mountains, I want to make sure we have some antibiotics, you know.
Any word about Todd, or?
No one's seen him.
Well.
If Giovanni didn't drug you, then who did?
I don't know, probably just a couple of punks trying to roll me.
Why would they shoot you up with heroin?
Maybe they were trying to throw the cops off by making me look like a druggie.
I still think we should find out for sure.
No, I just want to forget all about this and get out of here. And you have to get to your cover shoot.
What? I'm not leaving you.
I'll meet you there. Besides, you can't bring your junkie boyfriend.
Don't say that.
Look, I'm moving pretty slow right now. And you can't miss your cover for Belle magazine. Unless you want to prove Giovanni right.
No.
Okay, then get out of here. Call me when you're done. I'll get signed out, get something to eat. Something very bland, I'll be fine.
I don't know what I would have done if something had happened to you.
Nothing did. You ready?
Yeah. But before we go, I want to make one thing very clear.
What's that?
No more pushing me away out of some warped sense of nobility.
Okay. But you need to deal with the fact that I might be more trouble than I'm actually worth. If I hadn't been on this trip with you, it would have been smooth sailing.
I don't want smooth sailing. I want you.
Let's get out of here.
Rex, look. I'm willing to let this go for now, but I'm gonna find out who did this to you. And they're gonna pay.
Even if it was your own mother?
So how did Rex get himself into trouble?
Well,
Hey,
hello, Kevin.
Hello.
how's Asa?
He had a bad reaction to his medication, but he's okay now.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. I wouldn't be here if he wasn't okay.
Well, is everything else all right?
Why wouldn't it be?
So how long are you gonna put off making this decision?
I don't know. Maybe forever.
Well, you better figure it out. You better choose between the two of them, or you're gonna lose both of them.
What are you doing?
Trying out the band.
Michael, there is no band and there is no music.
There is music. Listen. You hear that? It's the sound of our two hearts beating together. And that is all the music we're ever gonna need. And when we're up there and that priest starts asking us questions, we're gonna say, I do to everything. And we'll be together from that day forward. Now, if that's not good enough for you.
No, it's good. It's very good.
See? We just practiced our first dance as Mr. and Mrs. Michael McBain.
Dr. and Mrs. Michael McBain. I guess if I have to, I will go with you to that ceremony for Dr. Truman. But we're gonna go together.
Together.
Like we're gonna be for the rest of our lives.
Need a drink around here. Waiters on strike. Hey, somebody!
Kevin, come on.
What?
Do you really think that you should have a drink now?
Yeah, I do.
Well, if you're gonna talk to Spencer, I don't really think you should be drinking.
Talk to Spencer about what?
Well, go ahead, Kel. Tell her. Told everyone else.
Not much to laugh about at that table.
No kidding. Wonder why they're all so tense. You know, I thought that Kevin and Kelly just got back together again. You know, I thought they were really happy.
Yeah. Well, things change.
Obviously.
But not for us. We are going to show the world that it can be done.
How do you know that?
Now you look tense.
I'm serious. Michael, I mean, how do we make sure that, that never happens to us?
John? John? What are you sorry about?
My father, his death.
You were just a kid. You got nothing to feel guilty about?
Yeah, I do. I never did anything about it.
You know I was only doing my job, right? Manning is the one who belongs behind bars, and I intend to put him there. No hard feelings?
You do your job, I'll do mine.
So I guess you're not going to tell me about Todd.
That's right.
Can I drive you home?
You've already done so much. I'm just gonna call Layla.
Okay. Careful, okay?
Thanks. Hello?
Hey, you're out. That's great.
Where are you?
I'm in Truman's office.
Are you out of your mind?
Jack's doctor had an emergency, so I'm gonna have to wait.
Oh. Well, I can write you a script.
No. You don't have to do that.
Well, listen, I know we agreed not to see each other. It's a prescription, not a proposition. Listen, we were friends, right?
Yes.
I would really regret if we couldn't somehow get back to that.
And we are still friends. Your friendship means a lot to me.
Listen, I think I found something here.
But, I mean, if you don't mind letting...
No, I'll
Okay.
just go get my pad.
Okay.